Yes, children, I am Vinod Mittal from Springfield Public School, and today we will discuss about chapter 8. Earlier we have discussed about chapter 8 related to ratio, proportion and unitary method, but today we will discuss about percentage. Percentage. So very confusing concept for the students, but if you will go through with this video very precisely, then you will be able to understand it very well. You might be see this video 2-3 times to understand this concept. So let us start about the percentage. What is percentage? Percentage means out of 100. Out of 100. For example, 25 out of 100, 25%. 3 out of 100, 3%. 0.7 out of 100, 0.7%. So see this concept, whenever there is 100 in the denominator, remove this 100 and put the percent sign. Now conversely, if we see in the reverse order, 25% can be written as 25 upon 100, 3% can be written as 3 upon 100, 0.7% can be written as 0.7 upon 100. So what do you observe here? It means whenever we will drop the sign of percent, 100 will come down. So note this step. Whenever we will drop the sign of percent, 100 will come down. So therefore 7% can be written as 7 upon 100. Remove the percent sign, 100 will come down. 0.3%, 0.3 upon 100. Remove the percent sign, 100 will come down. Now remove this decimal, one more 0 will come down, 3 upon 1000. Now most important, that is 4 and 1 by 2%. This is 9 by 2%, and this is equal to 9 by 2 into 100. If you remove the sign of percent, 100, no, this is wrong, because writing the 100 here, it means we have written in the numerator. This is wrong. So what is correct? 9 upon 2 into 1 upon 100. If I write 9 upon 2 into 100, it means 100 is in the denominator, because nothing is there, then 1 is there in the denominator. So you have written by mistake 100 in the numerator. So this is very common mistake the student do. 9 by 2% means 9 by 2 into 1 by 100. Whenever you will drop the sign of percent, 100 will come down. Now this is related to that if the 100 is in the denominator, we can write in the percent. But If 9 upon 20 is there, how we will write it in the percent? How we will write in the percent? 3 upon 25 is there, how we will write in the percent? So now the question rises, how we convert into percent. So question is how to convert into percent. So we have two methods. First method is direct method. Second method is unitary method. So we have two methods, direct method and unitary method. We want to convert by direct method. So just multiply the number should be multiplied by 100. You will get the answer in percent. For example, 9 upon 20, and you want to convert it into percent. This is equal to 9 upon 20 into 100. 25 ja 9 5 ja 45%. Similarly, 3 upon 25 multiply 100. Only number 3. Just multiply it by 100. This is equal to 300%. So whether the number is in the fraction or in the simple number or in the decimal, you just multiply the number by 100. This is direct method to convert a number into percent. Unitary method generally we use in problem sums, word problem, story problems. So even though unitary method and direct method has the same meaning, but let us try to understand it also. Unitary method. To find out the percent by unitary method, in the third line, 100 will be there. We will understand it by an example. Raju got 300 marks out of 400. Find his percentage. So unitary method, first line we will make here. Out of 400, Raju got 300. Out of 1, because unitary method, in the second line 1 will come. 300 upon 400, and out of 100, this is the meaning, third line will consist 100. In third line 100 will be there. So when we are using the unitary method to find out percentage, out of 100, Raju got 300 upon 400 into 100. 20 cancel by 20. 4 1 ja 4, 4 7 ja 28, 2 20, 4 5 ja 20, 75%. So this is how we find out the percentage, or we convert a number into percentage. Even though the same question can be done by direct method also. 300 marks out of 400 means 300 upon 400. And to convert it into percentage, 300 upon 400 into 100. Again you will get the same answer, but that will be direct method. You must have the knowledge of unitary method also, because sometimes we use the unitary method, sometimes we use the direct method. So both the methods are important. Now one more important thing about the percentage. And important thing is percentage will always be calculated on the total quantity and will always linked with total quantity. So up to class 7th, 8th and 9th, 10th, we should remember this rule. That is, percentage will always be calculated on total quantity, and whenever the percentage will be given in the question, that will be linked with the total quantity. What does it mean? We will understand it by an example. In a class, %40 are girls if the number of girls is 20, find the number of boys. Now those who don't have the knowledge of this rule, what they will do? They will see percentage and the number. They will see the percentage and the number, and they will start writing number of boys is equal to 40% of 20, and it will be wrong. This will be wrong, because this 40% you cannot link with this 20, because this is not the total number of students. These are only number of girls. You know, in a class there are girls also, there are boys also. So this 40% cannot be linked with number of girls. This 40% cannot be linked with number of boys. This 40% can be linked only with total quantity, total students. So this will be wrong. So how we will do this question? We will suppose the total student is equal to X. Let total student is equal to X. Now 40% of this X is equal to 20, because this is also girls, these are also girls, 40% girls, and number of girls also 20. So 40%, therefore 40% of X is equal to 20, and this X is total student. Always remember this rule. Percentage will always be calculated on the total quantity. So 40% of X is equal to 20. 40 upon 100, whenever you will remove the sign of percent, 100 will come down. Of means multiply. X is equal to 20 upon 1 multiply 100 upon 40. Remove this number from this side and shift it to that side. 100 will go up, 40 will go down, and 20 2 ja 40, 2 50 ja. So 50 students are there. These are 50 students. Total student in the class 50. But we need to find out number of boys. Therefore number of boys is equal to 50 total student minus 20 girls. So total boys will be 30. So x 50 means total student is equal to 50. So total student 50. So this is the meaning of this important rule. Percentage will always be calculated on the total quantity and it will always be linked with total quantity. Total quantity or total quantity or original quantity or starting quantity. And that is why we have made the rule to calculate the percentage increase. Percentage increase or decrease. So we will write increase or decrease in the numerator upon starting value into 100. So this is the rule to calculate percentage increase or decrease. So let us start with our exercise 8.2 and the rest of the part related to application of percentage, that is profit and loss, interest, we will discuss later. 8.2 question number 1, convert the given fractional number into percents. Exercise 8.1, 8.2 question number 1. Few numbers are given and we need to convert into percent. We have two methods, direct method and unitary method. So because these are only numbers, so we will use the direct method. Like first part, A part, 1/8, and you want to convert into percent. Direct method, 1/8 into 100, 4 2 ja, 4 25 ja, 25 upon 2%, this is equal to 12 and 1/2%, or you can write 12.5%. It is up to you whether you want to write in mixed fraction or you want to write in decimal. Both the answers will be correct. D part, 2 upon 7. To convert into percent, 2 upon 7 into 100. This is 200 upon 7%. So convert in the mixed fraction. 7 2 ja 14, 6 60, 7 8 ja 56, 4/7%. Similarly, question number 2, decimal numbers are given and we need to convert the given decimal fractions to percent. So similarly, we will do question number 2. Only this number will be replaced by decimal number. So question number 2, either the number is decimal number or the number is simple number or the number is fractional number. To convert the number into percent, we will multiply the number by 100. C part we are doing 0.02, 0.02. So 0.02 into 100 to convert into decimal, percentage, multiplied by 100. So it will be 2 upon 100. Remove this decimal, 20 will come down because after the decimal 2 digits are there. multiply this 100 cancel by 100, this is 2%. Question number 3, estimate what part of the figure is colored and hence find the percent. So pictures are given. First you need to write into fraction by observing the picture, and after that convert that fraction into percent. So the third part, question number 3, and this is third part I am doing, rest you will do. So total 8 parts are done here, 8 parts. And out of these 8 parts, 3 are this one, and this one. These are shaded. So according to picture, this is 3 upon 8, because out of 8, 3 parts are shaded. So 3 upon 8. Now convert this number into percentage. 3 upon 8 into 100. 4 2 ja, 4 25 ja, 25 3 ja 75 upon 2%. This is 2 3 ja, 2 7 ja 37 and 1 by 2% or 37.5. So it is up to you whether you want to give the answer in decimal or fraction. Question number 4, similar type of question. Here we calculate the percentage, 1%, second part, B part I am doing, rest you will do. B part. So B part, question number 4, 1% of 1 hour, 1% of 1 hour we need to calculate. So this is 1% of 1 hour means 1 upon 100, remove the percent sign, 100 will come down, of means multiply, and this hour we can convert into minutes also, we can convert into seconds also. So 3600 seconds. I have made it 3600 seconds. In 1 hour 60 minutes are there and 3600 seconds are there. So it is up to you. You want to give the answer in minutes or you want to give the answer in seconds. I found that in converting the seconds it is easier, because 20 will be cancelled by 20 and this will be 36 seconds. So you can give answer in minutes also, because no specifically it is mentioned in the question you have to give the answer in seconds or you have to give the answer in minutes or you have to give the answer in hour. You can give the answer in hour also. All the answers will be correct. Question number 5. No, question number 5, it is an important question, that is, find the whole quantity. D part I am doing, 70% of it is 14 minutes. Question number 5, D part. 70% of it is 14 minutes. Now, this it means whole quantity, because You read the question headline, find the whole quantity if 70% of it means this is used for whole quantity. 70% of whole quantity is 14 minutes. So 70% whole quantity we don't know. We can take it as X. Let whole quantity is equal to X. Now this it can be replaced by this whole quantity. So 70% of X is equal to 14 minutes. So 70 upon 100 into X is equal to 14 minutes. X is equal to 14 upon 1 into 100 upon 70 minutes. 70 upon 100 will be shifted to that side. It will be 100 upon 70. 40 1 ja 14, 14 5 ja 70, 5 1 ja 5, 5 20. So X is equal to 20 minutes. Therefore, whole quantity is 20 minutes. So always remember this is means is equal to. Question number 6, convert given percents to decimal fraction and also to fraction in the simplest form. So numbers are given in percentage and you need to convert into percentage in fraction in the lowest form. Question number 6, I am going to do the C part. 20%. We need to convert into percentage. Fraction. So remove this remove this percent sign. 100 will come down. Now it has become fraction. But that fraction must be in the lowest form. It means if it is divisible by any table, then cut it. So 21 ja 20, 25 ja 100. No more cutting is there, then it is simplest form of the fraction. Question number 7, in a city 30% are female, 40% are male, remaining are children. What percent are children? Question number 7. Females 30%, male 40%, remaining are children. Remaining that is children. So this is another way to understand the concept of percentage, that out of 100 is 30 are female, out of 100 40 are male, out of the same 100 rest children are there. So percentage of children will be total 100 minus 30 minus 40. Either you will write in this way or you will write 100 minus 30 plus 40, or you will write in this way. Writing in this way is wrong. 100 minus 30 plus 40. This is wrong. Remember, difference between this and this. What we are doing? We are adding these two and then subtracting from 100. So by writing this, first we will add these two rules of integer. Same sign figure will be added. So by writing these in this way we will write 100 minus 70. Same sign figure will be added, sign will remain same in the result. Then 30. So 30% are children. Either you will write in this way minus 30 minus 40, or you should write 30 plus 40 in the bracket. Outside the bracket minus should be there. If you will write in this way 100 minus 30 plus 40, that will be wrong, because in this case they will be subtracted. They are not having same sign. First they will be added. So this is wrong. Rest two are correct. Be particular in this way. Question number 8. Out of 15,000 voters, yani total quantity is 15,000. 60% voted. 60% person they have cast their vote. Find the percentage of voter who did not cast. Can you find how many actually did not vote? So total voters 15,000. Voters who cast their votes 60%. Therefore, who did not cast votes 100 minus 60, 40%. So there are two ways to do this question. Directly we can write this 60% link with total quantity. Then we will be able to find out the number of voters who cast their votes. This is the first way. 60% of 15,000, you will be able to calculate voters who cast their votes. Then out of 15,000, subtract these number of votes. You will be able to find out who didn't cast vote. So second method is this one. Who didn't cast 100 minus 60, 40%. Now number of voters who didn't cast their votes is equal to 40% of 15,000. Directly we will be able to find out those who didn't cast their votes. So 20 cancel by 20, 10 second 0, 15 4 just 60. So 6,000 voters are there who didn't cast their vote. So in the same way, try to do question number 9 and 10, and you will be able to do these questions. These are very easy. Thank you.